What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Let me tell you something. If you're not a big fan of my works, you should become a big fan by now, because pretty soon I'm gonna do a full bottle giveaway. So don't come crying, hey Brian, I was not a big fan, I become a fan now. Can I have it? No, because someone else is gonna get that bottle before you did. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the thumbs up button on this video, and stay tuned for my future posts, and make sure you hit that bell icon too. So now, today we're going to talk about a beautiful niche fragrance from the house of Francesca Bianchi. A lot of people say Bianchi, but I believe the correct pronunciation is Bianchi. But if I misspelled it, please don't get me wrong. Correct me if you have to. Let me know in the comment section below. Did I say it correctly or not? So the name of the fragrance is Etruscan Waters. Now, guys, let me tell you, a long time back in Italy, the Etruscan were people from some particular place that settled in the Tuscany, also known as Toscana, I believe, in the Italian region. There's a coastal side, and it's a beautiful landscape over there. The coastal waters, the Mediterranean waters, are absolutely clean, clear waters. It's a beautiful place. Although I did not get the opportunity to visit Tuscany, but I was really, really sad because I could not go. The weather was bad. But then again, maybe someday in the future, but who knows. But this fragrance right here, Etruscan Water, really took me on a journey. This is not a fragrance. I would say up front, this is artwork in a bottle. This is Francesca's probably one of the most desirable fragrances out there. She's got a lot of other fragrances. Mostly she targets fragrances that are captivating, sensual, very much something that very much attaches to your senses, to your thoughts. And this is exactly what Etruscan Water did with me. It actually took me on a journey. Now, this is an extrait de parfum. They come in two sizes, a 15 ml and a 30 ml, and it's got 25% concentration of perfume oil. So it's very highly concentrated. And on their website, they upfront they say it'll perform at least 12 hours. So do remember to be mild on the trigger. You don't want to go too much, because let me tell you, warning, a big warning, don't overdo this. No. First, you're going to ruin the experience. Number two, you're going to kill people. And number three, you might not be alive to tell the story. Yes, it's fucking strong. Now let me show you the box real quick. This is a beautiful box, and as per the website, they do use green material, as in like ink, pigments, and paper that has been produced by green methods. Like, it's not too much destructive to the environment. So that's something they want to do. So that's why, even though you pay a lot of dollars for this 30 ml bottle, you'll probably think, oh, it's just a finicky kind of box, and it's not too great, but that's not the case. They're trying to be more conservative on the way they use their resources. So that's how it goes. That's how their company rolls. So this is the top cover. The internal box is like this. It's white. It's pretty basic. The notch became pretty beat up in the shipping, but who cares? I really don't care about that as long as the bottle is intact. So that's about it, guys. Now let me show you. Let me read out the notes first. Let me read out the notes. It's very complex. I mean, before even I start describing the fragrance, I'm just telling you it's a very complex fragrance. So you've got oak moss, you've got orris, you've got ambergris, bergamot, immortelle, petitgreen, vetiver, basil, musk, labdanum, caraway, jasmine, grapefruit, tangerine. Now that's a hell lot of notes, and I'm reading all these notes from fragrantica.com. I also checked out their website, Francesca Bianchi Perfumes.com, and kind of everything matches up. It's not like, you know, how sometimes Fragrantica has all this random ghost notes and, you know, whatnot. Let me quickly show you the bottle. A very simplistic bottle. Again, if you're following me on Instagram, Facebook posts, you know it. You've seen these beautiful pictures. Look at this. And by no means, do not be fooled by the name of the fragrance, Etruscan Water. Do not be under the impression that you're going to get an aquatic fragrance. No. If you're in for that ride, get off the bus right now, because you're not going to get that. There's a little sticker. I think there you got the batch code and everything over there. It's too tiny. My eyesight is failing me these days. And it's only a basic sticker, a white sticker in the front, and that's about it. But look at this dark resinous juice color. It's beautiful. Looks boozy, like some dark rum or whiskey, aged whiskey. Francesca, I'm talking to you now. What did you create? This is so beautiful. It's so nice. Now, let me tell you something. Francesca grew up in Tuscany, and she tried to capture all the essences from her childhood till the time she was there. I don't know if she's still staying there. I didn't do too much of research, but that's what I found out. Like, she captured her childhood memory of that entire place, the vegetation, the greenery, the scenic beauty, the ocean, the powerful ocean, the waves, bam, on the shores, the sandy beaches. You see the wild boars sometime roaming around. That's the kind of essence that you get from this fragrance. Now, let me tell you what I got. The first spray that you do on this fragrance. Me, personally, always two. Two sprays, and I was good for, way past 24 hours. You might be thinking, Brian, you're lying. Invest that money and tell me I'm wrong. Prove me wrong if you can, because this shit is super fucking potent. Absolutely potent. They're not lying. 12 plus hours. 12 hours is the bare minimum. I mean, even past 12 hours, the next day I'm catching a strong whiff of this thing. Man, I even have to shower. 2 showers. It's not going. 2 separate times I showered. Morning and in the evening. The next day, it did not go away. So let me tell you, when I first sprayed this, there's this beautiful citrusy opening, and let me just keep the notes in front of me. There's immediately, like within the first 5 to 6 minutes, the beautiful citrusy part is gone. And again, this is not one of those lemony, lime, zesty kind of citrus. This is a very masculine kind of citrus, something that you don't expect from something that has a name that says Etruscan Water. When I first saw it, I was under the impression it's got ambergris, it's got this various citruses, bergamot, grapefruit, tangerine. I'm probably expecting something really nice, tangy, sweet, mass appealing. This is mass appealing. This is a fucking compliment getter, but this thing is a super powerhouse. That's what we're talking about with this fragrance. Now, after the initial beautiful citrusy opening, this fragrance turns into something really dark. Now, again, this fragrance, although it's very dark, I feel personally this thing can be rocked in all seasons, because I've been testing this in the summer heat. Humid day, a nice cool cloudy day in the summertime in New York City, it just worked. Best time, day to night, whenever you put it, because again, it opens up really nice, uplifting, bright citrus. It's very, very pleasing. But within the 5 to 6 minute mark, that citrusy part just poof, it's gone. Starts the dark part. Now, when I talk about the dark part, I'm not talking about some Ancre Noir or Calvin Klein's Obsession kind of dark. I'm talking about true masculine darkness. Now, when she talks about, the website talks about the vegetation, the Mediterranean vegetation. Now, imagine you're trying to reach a coastline, a seashore, a seaside, a sea beach. You're trying to reach there, and then you're gonna walk through this beautiful, heavily dense garden and a forest kind of area. You got a lot of florals, several types of fruits are hanging on the trees, and then it's crunching under your ground. Imagine a situation like this. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's got slightly animalic vibe, but that's like, you could say like it's almost there and not there at the same time. But this fragrance, once it opens up, it just, like, seriously, it opens up as if like the wings of a big eagle. It just opens up really loud. And the first two sprays that I put in, it was enough to fill up my entire room, my entire house, until the outside. My landlord was outside and he was asking me, he came to pick up the letters from the mailbox and he was like, Brian, what did you put on? What kind of smell is this? It's fantastic, but it's wafting all through the windows. It's that strong. It's beautiful. So this is the kind of fragrance this is. Now, about the darkness part, I'm going to tell you, this thing's got a lot of citruses, the vetiver, the aureus, the ambergris, the immortal. You get that hay-like feeling. And every time this fragrance dries down, there's some kind of a creaminess, like bitter, sweet, mild, very, very mild sweetness, but there's a lot of bitterness to it. So again, the citruses, they don't work in like I said, tardy or sweet kind of citruses. This is dark, dense, and very heavy, very masculine kind of a fragrance. And those citruses are very bitter, extremely bitter, mild hit of sweetness. And there's this floral part. The floral part it comes off like with a certain kind of consistency, like a sticky kind of vibe, but that's like a beautiful floral, slightly powdery, and a beautiful aura of fragrance surrounding you. And as you move around, the sillage just fills up the entire place. Very smooth. The notes, they do not compete with each other. They don't fight with each other. They open up very nicely, very gradually. And there's some kind of like I said, there's a consistency to it. You'll feel that. You'll feel that. And it's very smooth, very mild, but at the same time, it's very loud. It's nothing harsh. It's very pleasing. It's extremely pleasant. You'll love it. It's a mass pleaser. But the only restriction is do not go more than 2 sprays. If it's a very hot and humid day, I would suggest 1. Maybe at the back of your neck or maybe on your chest. That's it. That should get you covered throughout the entire day and probably the next day too. Unless your skin is extremely dry, it's probably going to stick around. If your clothes catch it, good luck washing it off. I mean, when I talked about Memoir from Orthoparisi, this is almost like the same level shit. This is strong, like real strong performance. So there's projection and performance. These are out of the question. I'm not going to even go into that. You understand by now why I'm not going to talk about it. Check out other reviewers. They'll tell you all about this fragrance. But me personally, I absolutely fell in love with this one. From the first spray until the very next day, for the next 3 or 4 days that I applied it, I got compliments after compliment. People love it. Although, like I said, the name might fool you, like it mentions water. There is a salty aquatic vibe to it. I wouldn't say too much aquatic, but maybe it's one of that salty ambergris. So you do get a salty but very mild aquatic vibe because it's capturing the power and the essence of the ocean, the sea beach, the open vegetation around that place when people used to live there. The Etruscans used to live there. And these are the memories that Francesca shared from her childhood. She captured her entire childhood memory and growing up in Tuscany near the waters in the coastal areas. She captured that entire thing in this bottle. Such a beautiful fragrance, guys. Must have for any man. 100% safe to wear in all seasons. And if you're at a formal meeting or something, a formal occasion, by all means, just go with one. You will be the superstar. You will be the attention grabber in that show. Don't trust me? Please, by all means, go ahead, do yourself a favor. Get a sample. Get a decant somewhere, something. Try it. Let me know in the comment section below if I told anything that's wrong, apart from the historical part. So guys, that was my take on Francesca Bianchi's Etruscan Water. A fantastic creation, something that totally captures the essence of her childhood and growing up in the coastal area and the beautiful, scenic, beautiful place in Tuscany. So please take care, stay safe, and don't forget to stay subscribed because when the giveaway comes up, I want you there. I really want you there. All right, guys, a lot of talking. stay safe. Goodbye.